I'd like to thank Robert on behalf of my wife and I for his generous and kind words. I realise it was a very difficult thing for him to do, and he's very appreciated that he stepped in and done it. Very proud of him. Not only Robert, also Andrew and I have all made me feel very welcome and part of our family, and I'm very privileged to be part of that family today. It is the most important day of our lives for me and my wife. And I'm delighted to share it with so many friends and family, many of whom have travelled great distances to get here, namely relatives from all the way from Australia. I'd also like to thank Rhona's mum, Anne, for treating me like another son. I'm pretty sure that after the wedding, she'll become a great mother-in-law. Fingers crossed.
Any Bengals have you got? I'll take them all.
I would also like to thank my mother, not only for leading up to this wedding, but for being there through my entire life, no matter what I did. Whether I was breaking somebody's windows with balls, I shouldn't be playing football in the gardens, and she's always been there for me. I'm very proud to have her as a mother. We now have a little gift for them, the mothers. And we also have a little gift for Rhona's dad. I've lost my place now. We also have one final gift to give out, and that's to Magnan, who has travelled all the way from Stuart. When I was writing my speech out last night, as all grooms do, last minute adjustments, I wasn't quite sure what to write or what to say. And when I finally finished, I had a pretty good idea, but seeing Rhona today, it's just went completely out the window. In the lead up to this wedding, I was very calm, wasn't nervous or excited or anything, I was being very stable. And then she walked out today and it just all hit me. She's always been beautiful to me, she always will be, but she has never looked more gorgeous and beautiful than she has today. And I'm very sure that her father's up there smiling down on her. Along with all our other family and friends who are sadly no longer with us. Rhona, you make me so happy, and I'm very glad to be your husband, and I love you very much. You can blame it on my mum for crying. She started it first. When I asked her to marry me, it was a very romantic setting in Witherspoon's pub in Kilmarnock. And she said yes straight away, of course.
That's a cheap drink, that's.
And I knew there was only one man for the job, her best man. Sadly, it wasn't available, so I had to ask Gary. See, he's my friend, he's my brother, my younger brother. He winds me up something terrible. He always has done for our children. But he's been absolutely fantastic today, and I couldn't have asked for a better man. So, Gary, thank you. Finally, my wife and I would like to say a very special thank you to the beautiful bridesmaids. They've done a wonderful job. They look absolutely stunning, but not as nice as the bride. We've also got a special mention for little Danielle. She's sitting there, who look very grown up in her dress today. And we have Robert and Jordan, sadly James has left us. We have Robert and Jordan in their kilts, who looked absolutely wonderful. Very, very good. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will ask you to charge your glasses and join me in a toast. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the bridesmaids.
Don't give up. What's next? Come on.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'd just like to thank you all for coming along today. It's a pity it couldn't be any nicer, but I'm sure we'll make up for it with the drinks later on. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Gary, Stuart's brother, and I'm just glad to be standing here because finally, after all these years, Stuart has finally admitted that I am the best man. I'll try not to keep you too long because I'm worried about my throat. Rhona's warned me if I talk too long she's going to cut it. Stuart was born on the 13th of January 1982 and I tried to link this to some major world event that happened on the same day, but it appears nothing else happened on that day. Although apparently the staff at Irvine Central still call it Monkey Boy Wednesday. With a few of Rona's relatives here all the way from Australia, it's good that they could make it to join into the fun, and it's just a pity they couldn't have brought the weather with them. And I hear that the Australians like a drink just as much as us Scots, so it'll be an interesting race to the bar once the speeches are over. Most folk think being a best man's quite easy and straightforward, but it isn't. First of all, I've got to make sure Stuart turns up at time, which is a rare occurrence. I've got to make sure he's sober, which never happens. And thirdly, I've got to make sure he turns up looking smart and handsome, which is almost impossible. Now, apparently I'm supposed to stand here and sing the groom's praises and tell you about all his good points. But unfortunately, I can't sing and I won't lie. Over the years, Stuart's given me plenty of ammunition for just such an occasion, but out of respect for the bride and groom and this, their happiest day, I'm not going to tell you about the bad stuff. So I'm not going to tell you about the Saturday mornings when Stuart woke up and doesn't know who he is, never mind where he is. I'm not going to tell you about the time he had to be pushed home in a shopping trolley because he didn't understand. And I'm certainly not going to tell you about the time we had to be airlifted by an RAF helicopter because somebody decided to go camping in the middle of winter and we woke up surrounded by 2 feet of snow. But in a more sincere note, Stuart and Rona, you have found somebody that is attractive, smart, funny and loving. And Rona, well, you've got Stuart. I'm stoked that Stuart's found somebody that makes him as happy as is, and for what I've seen, the two of them together, I'm sure they'll live a long and happy life together. And before I finish, I'll get some wee messages to read out here. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Oh, come on. I know. Please talk amongst yourselves. To a special couple in your wedding day, Rona and Stuart, wishing you both all the happiness in the world in this special day. Have a fantastic time with you and Forts. P.S. Stuart, you only need to learn 2 words. Now you're a married man. Yes, dear. Lots of love, Uncle George, Norwich. Stuart and Rona, our thoughts are with you in your special day. We wish we were there to celebrate with you, but just know we will have a drink or 2 back in Australia to mark the happy occasion. Wishing you all the best, Jim and Alex. Finally, I've got one here for Stuart's mate Christopher that's in the army. On behalf of Joanne and myself, we wish Stuart and Rona all the best on their wedding day. Sorry I couldn't be there, mate. And just remember, Stuart, the missus is always right. And just before I finish, a few people I wish to thank. Bridesmaids that are wow. The kids who acted like wee angels. And last but not least, the staff at the Gales for their professionalism and hospitality. So thank you very much. All these are classes. Enjoyment will they give you the bride and groom.
Good.